Everybody understands it now, so they don't pause it when they get Nocturne shockwaved. And it works really well with a Renata Kalista bottom lane. Void grubs and take those as well, since Impact constantly pushing on Rich's Aatrox, and they should have
clear bot pressure down in this game as well.
There it is. Impact, the guardian of the grubs.
He's not gonna let him in. Dove and XU trying to force him back here with a numbers advantage, but APA is ready to play. He'll jump in, face tanking XU here at the start, flashing back out, but Rich has made his entrance. Impact's gotta be careful with the flash. Q3, it's Rich getting paid with first blood, as Umpty now has to try to run, but Dignitas is in hot pursuit. Umpty with going over to Dignitas. You can see Rich actually highest level in the game, if only by a small margin of EXP.
All right, I want to see this first Nocturne Orianna combination towards APA. Try and get this Azir, punish him while he has no flash.
Whoa, Isles going in for the flash. Yon is the target, as Tomo's going to keep his support alive. Now Yon with the calling, disengaging back underneath the turret. The Dignitas duo doesn't have the damage.
He's moving that brick wall.
Yeah, he's got the sledge ready to go as Isles throws out the hostile takeover, and Umpty's in a bad spot. XU ready to take him down here with the fear popping off, and Umpty dropping down. Dignitas has themselves a 2-0. Grubs. Ed, and Eddie Part 2 spawning just now. So this could be a very interesting situation as XU goes in for the dive. Underneath the tier 1 turret, Yawn is already fallen, and now XU's ready to flash forward. He's got 150 HP left, but that's plenty. Umpty using the eject button to try to throw these guys out, as Tomo's gonna die now to APA and the Poppy working together. XU tries to get out. Core JJ hits him with an auto attack, but Melio's not particularly strong. Dove using the shockwave to try to provide some peel, get these guys out. Nice spell shield from XU prevents his death at the hands of Umpty and the charge into the wall. But Team Liquid now has better health bars. They're gonna start up the Drake on the
Teleport coming in. Looks like Rich doesn't want to let him have it. Aatrox coming in hot.
This is what I'm talking about. TP advantage can go a long way. Rich spreads his wings. World Ender's ready to go as Umpty now going to be stuck here on the front line. There's the Q1, Q2, Q3. Goodbye, Rich. Picking
Especially when making these bot side plays, they use their TP advantage, like you pointed out, with Rich coming in to help out, so they didn't actually lose this Drake. It actually stops one of TL's kind of main win conditions for getting back into the game in Drake stacking, but now on top lane.
Yeah, Umpty's coming around. He goes over the wall, and they knock Rich down. Nicely done from TL, but now on the other side of the map, it's Core JJ under pressure. XU going in for the ulti here once again. Hostile takeover ain't gonna do much, but they don't even need it. Dignitas will make it a 1-for-1 trade across the map.
Really good job punishing the bottom side here for Dignitas. That's going to allow them to steal away the blue buff, finish up pushing on the bottom side turret. Meanwhile, though, Dove is going to get dove as well.
Here comes the X-Flash over the wall. Umpty's got it done. He and APA work together to kill off the enemy mid laner. Impact is going to grab a turret up there in top lane as Tomo trades back one on the bottom side.
To get this mid-tier 1 down as well. So after all that trading, TL are actually in
lane. Rich doing the same. We have done the usual trade, send the top laners bot side. Now the laning phase has ended, but it's Umpty who's in trouble. The steadfast presence to try to escape, but XU's ready to follow. XU has to be careful about the DPS from APA, but it don't really matter when it's a 4v2 Dove.
My main criticism was his response to when he would get set behind or when his opponent would do something. His
slowly but surely bleeding out here. Won't be able to stand for much longer. Tomo will step up, put a couple of auto attacks into it. Wombo combo, paranoia into the shockwave, and they've already found their
really good timing choice there from XU and Dove. Killing that Lucian here with the Nocturne Orianna combo. See if he can do it. The Melio range, the bubble damage, the extra energized procs.
All right, Dignitas coming in for the collapse over in mid lane. Yon's gonna get bursted low, but he ain't dead just yet. Umpty trying to turn it back around on Tomo, but Rich is coming in from the side. World Ender popped and ready to go. He's got the Infernal Chains into the Q3 hit. Umpty still just trying to get away from this one, but even with that awakening.
Good play for them, although TL should be able to respond.
Yeah, TL's coming to stop this. The important part, Umpty's still dead for 10 seconds. Dignitas wanted to force the issue. Rich not going to find anything here with the Q3 just yet as Impact is thrown up into the air. Dignitas coming in to try to hit him, but they soaked so much damage from the culling. Now Rich is the one who's got to be careful. Beautifully played from TL. Flip this. XU and Dove ready to dive in here. Rich on the front line, he's gonna try to control Impact. XU dives into everybody on TL, but he's just gonna instantly die. The bailout won't be able to save him. Umpty grabs the the kill. A misfire from Dignitas turns into what could be a Baron take here. As no, I was way too close. Umpty secures the Baron.
That's really what happens when you have a comp like this and you don't execute on those fights perfectly.
His idea was that he was going to steal it from over the back with a shockwave with some damage on it. But yeah, now they're in a very, very bad place with the Baron Siege coming.
And this is kind of what we talked about earlier with the comms not being perfect on Dignitas, trying to make a play and just hope everybody understands what they're going for. But now Team Liquid, they're going for bot lane inhib. They're just going to force this one down. Dignitas knows there's not really a whole lot they can do about it. So in the meantime, they have Rich.
Baron push. We're going in. Rich is going to have to respond to us eventually.
Umpty threatening to knock them all away, make it so Dignitas cannot have the coordinated counterattack that they want, and Team Liquid buys themselves enough time to force down inhibitor number 2.
They've been playing, and they felt like they could have done so much better. And already, you know, Impact here, forcing his way through tower number 2. And they should be up to the inhibitor turret here shortly as the rest of the team continues to deal with these minion waves, as long as they don't overextend. And they keep in mind that Nocturne Ultimate has a short cooldown.
Here we go! They want the engage. Yon's gonna be forced back, has to flash out over the wall. Hostile takeover over the top, finds Impact and Core JJ both, but there's no kills. Dignitas cannot seal the deal just yet as APA's under pressure, but the Infernal Chains will not pull him back. Now Impact's in the middle of everybody, and Rich gets buried. Yon's the one with the shovel, and now Dub has to flash out as APA goes for another Emperor's Divide. Isles looking to see if he might be able to pick him up here with a handshake, but it doesn't have the range. TL with a 1 for nothing.
They should be able to finish here. Impact's gonna teleport back. He got his Jack show as well.
XU popping the spell shield. Impact wants to wait. Ends up getting the stun, but the rest of the team still just playing it slow and steady. Takes out the 3rd inhibitor turret. They take out the Nexus turrets there with the minions held. Team Liquid going for the throat. Dignitas, it's their last ditch defense as Team Liquid still has 5 men in the base. There we go. 5v3 for the next 15 seconds. The calling is going out. There it is. Lucian is finally gonna get a win here in the LCS. Team Liquid goes up to 3-3.
And you can see the bits and pieces from TL poops damage. Like, sorry, I want to swear. I swear too much.
Well, you actually toned it down from what you usually say, so thank you. First ever brand.
Side lane could be an option, even though you normally look at...
Whoa.
Never mind.
Berserker under pressure, having to flash away, but Bucio's ready to follow. Berserker's barely hanging on, but he gets buried underneath the anchor. Berserker and Vulcan dying in the 2v2. Masu makes sure he gets them both. Topside down compared to the Aatrox of Fudge, but it's Inspired just easily cleaning up these grubs. He does so much damage to everything. There it is. Nicely done. All 3 picked up the flag quest.
Always love those extra resistances.
Yeah.
For Mr. Blabber.
Feels good, man. All right. Drake secured for C9. Just a little bit after 6 result in deaths.
Okay. Getting a little bit aggressive.
Yes, sir. Berserker shield up. Okay. Long trade between them. Berserker continuing to eat those auto attacks as Bucio goes in yet again with the dredge line. Vulcan down to 300. Masu down to 250. Berserker dashes in. It is tragedy for C9 in the bottom lane. Berserker dead twice. Oh! Bucio just... All right, FlyQuest has decided they do not want to allow C9 to have this objective. They're going to take the Drake as JoJo's knocked up into the air. More damage. Bounce. Die, grubs. Get out of the lane. Die. There we go. All right. The menace has been taunt.
Trolling everybody.
All right, Berserker. Oh! Bucio just found him again. You gotta be kidding me. But now Masu, he's gonna be the one to drop instead. No! He barely gets away with under 100 HP. Jensen's ready to rejoin the fight, but with Fudge showing up and Blabber still at full, FlyQuest. All right, Jensen now could be...
Got flash. Might have to use that sucker.
Yep. Pop Blossom's gonna find him. Jensen not using the flash here, instead trying to outplay it. Late flash. JoJo might be able to get him the shockwave. Will not do enough.
But I think it's a worthwhile play anyway.
Okay.
It's just dragon number 2. You've already split the first 2 dragons, so the stacking towards soul is not going to be very quick. It is a cloud soul as well, so they don't value it quite as highly. And in order to get a kill on the Jensen, the flash off of Jensen, and a turret on the top side of the map, I think that is well worth the price that they paid, considering the state that the game was in them anyway, or the game that they were in already.
The Void Grubs Cassanta'd the top lane.
Oh.
That is what happened. I understand
They Cassanta'd the Cassante.
Yeah, Cassante got Cassanta'd by Void Grubbies.
Ah, I see, okay.
Up top, pushing for FlyQuest. Fudge
Here he goes.
save here with the bottom lane. Huge engage from JoJo! Masu's already down. Now Whipple's trying to get something back. He goes all out and he wants the C9 mid laner. He's knocked up into the air, and FlyQuest get one. It's an even trade so far. Blabber's here on the front line, but even though the AD carry's dead, Inspired still has a lot of damage potential.
It would be Soul Point 23 minutes into the game, and Jensen actually even goes back and finishes up the secondary turret here.
Yeah.
The secondary ones on the side lane were so much money. Jensen very happy with his split pushing this game on the Orianna than it previously was, now that it goes to everybody on your team.
Yeah, and Blabber's gonna get hooked now. Dredgeline hits him. Berserker coming in from the side looking for the culling. Masu doesn't want to eat that whole thing, but Whippo's gone in. He wants Berserker. He's all out. Piercing arrow over the top to follow him up, and Berserker's already dead. Pop Blossom gets two. Whippo's locked out, but he's still alive. He gets away with a shield as Inspired burns Fudge Defender. JoJo's gone. FlyQuest are absolutely steamrolling him. It's 5 dead bodies in Cloud9. Huge fight there for FlyQuest. Not losing a single man. Whippo gets taken low, but he can get in bot lane. Fudge split pushing on the other side of the map, and it's Whippo sent to stop him. So 4 doesn't wear you down. There's your Chains of Corruption. Not gonna find a mark, but Blabber's here on the front line. Whippo ready to start off taking that turret aggro, making sure there's enough space created for the rest of FlyQuest to just beat down the tier 3 turret. The push continues now. Baroned up minions, including 2 enchanted cannon minions. As C9 steps forward, they want to try to stop him. JoJo's already dead. Bucio's got him. FlyQuest have a green light to end this game. Jensen's already broken into the base back in mid. That inhibitor turret's gone. That inhibitor's gone. It's Nexus turrets in their sights, and FlyQuest are ready to soar. Another dredge line hits, this time on Blabber. He's stuck on the front line as Whippo is again making so much space. Blabber barely gets away. Whippo's not done. He keeps going in and finally overplays his hand. The first Nexus turret falls as the cost, and FlyQuest now command a 4v4, even compared to what it was before, but still not great for C9 as they scramble to defend. FlyQuest is gonna back away. The game doesn't end just yet, but C9's base is looking pretty bad. Jensen knocked up into the air there by the Aatrox, but he's Orianna, should be able to walk this one away.
Yeah.
C9 still coming in. JoJo's got an unleashed teleport. That's one thing I'm going to look at here. And yes, they're going to commit it. Blabber, very low. Still trying to get back away. JoJo's ready to join up here with the team, but Fudge just melts first. Huge engage coming up from JoJo. FlyQuest outmark. 1, 2, 3, 4. FlyQuest are ace at the very end of the fight.
And they can get it. Berserker and Vulcan trying to get one of these towers, get that objective bounty shut down. Dragon available for them as well. That would be Dragon Soul point number 3 for them. Playing a bigger deal.
Okay, well, C9, that was huge, man.
Certainly was.
To stop FlyQuest from sending this game all the way home. We've got the 1v1 down there between the top laners as the remaining 4 players from each team square off here in the top lane. That Nexus is exposed. Even if C9 doesn't lose anybody, if they get chunked down too low, if they have to retreat too far behind the Nexus, they'll just end up dying. But now, we've got pressure back in the base as JoJo goes to the engage, finds the knockup on Masu and Bucio. Health bars are low, but at the same time, Fudge is losing the 1v1 off the side. Berserker's gonna be killed. FlyQuest are running him over. That's gonna be it. That's gonna be the game. There's no way for C9 to defend it anymore now. 4 players down. FlyQuest is gonna go up to 5-1. They will take possession of first place by themselves. C9 drops to 3-3, and FlyQuest are the ones putting them there.
They're very light on engaged so far. The Poppy is going to get locked in. It's still not one of those things you'd look at as primary engaged, but it answers very well some of these picks. You're looking at the rel, you'll filter. We'll see if 100 Thieves can get enough to try to get towards that 5 mark. As Meat's just going to be throwing the ulti down, mostly for poke.
Castle over the wall, makes them kiss the mid lane. Quid just flashes away and avoids danger.
Yeah, nice little move though from Castle. As you can see, he's had push constantly in top lane, so he's just roaming down. He will lose a couple CS likely off this, but Tactical getting really low bot.
Ole with the Abyssal Dive onto Meech, the flash forward so he can eat him up, but it's the Breath of Life that cleanses it. Meech, almost low from the Dawning Shadow, is forced to run away with the Ghost. Meanwhile, we have a 2v2 scrap in the middle of the river. Ayla is still on the run and might just be run down. Ole is going to look for the Abyssal Dive and tries to slow him down with a Tongue Lash if he can get it off.
Could be an
cooldown
execute,
once again.
maybe.
The Blast Cone is going to keep him alive for now. It's not enough damage, but he just hit him. So even if he dies to this turret, it should go over to Ole for the kill, and it surely does.
Yeah, a little bit slow there from Ayla. Felt like he could have got away. Quid now in trouble.
Armail with the Shattering Strike stun, instantly popped by Max. My goodness. Classic throwback. The Avenger squad are assembling once again, this time in the bottom lane. Here comes Castle. Tries to make them bounce again into multiple knockups, and that's Ayla going down. The teleport from Sniper comes in to alleviate pressure, but the damage has been done. They've already lost their support. And Immortals, they might look for more, but the Dragon is still up and available, and they might look to take that one next.
Yeah, they're going to be able to move over towards it. Spending the teleport, right? Sniper has to spend his teleport to get down there. Castle's still holding on to his, and he's just moving around here with Armail.
And they're hunting for Quid. He still doesn't have flash. Shockwave catches both of them up. River with the Keeper's Verdict knocks them up again. But Dawning Shadow's going to keep them
Sniper.
Here comes Sniper. Cleans up Armail. And now the rest of the kills. And Sniper takes Castle all out on the other side of the wall. Mask is locked up, and he's in trouble. Castle tries to go in and save his mid laner. As Mask tries to go back in, they're looking for the killing blow on the Sniper, but he's too tanky! And the passive from Castle.
Oh, tactical!
Tactical comes in flash! They try to save him, but Castle does not live! 100 Thieves win this fight!
Let's come back together to get the respawn, but we're back to live and we're back to fighting.
And River once more looking for Ole. Doesn't have flash available, but he speeds on away. 100 Thieves are not done yet. They find the wall slam, looking for the damage. The shield keeps Ole alive for a little bit, but
This top side to try to support this Herald take, and it's just going to be a trade as 100 Thieves largely down towards that bot side. They're trying to have Meech push up, see if he can actually knock down this turret, you know, get this Aphelios into a good spot. You know, really trying to put as much gold as possible into Quid, into Meech. They are the big hope for them this game.
Castle might be in trouble, doesn't have the passive this time. The Shockwave pulls him back in, and River just slams it into the wall. And my goodness, that was terrifying as 100 Thieves just laid the
kill on Castle. He TP'd down, dies, and they're going to lose the tower. Solo gold on that turret will go over to Meech, so more gold for him. It is traded back, of course, on the other side, though. Mask shoving.
You know, for the first 10 minutes of the game, no kills, and everything seemed somewhat calm and dandy, and then
agreed with Chad every time.
I think 100 Thieves has better scaling overall. Senna obviously scales really well, Zac scales really well, but I think that the combination of Emilio, Aphelios, or Immortals is playing with a little bit more urgency. They're grouped up a lot more, they're looking for these engages, but I think it's going to be tough to find.
And urgency is the correct word here. Armail just throws himself in there, but the engage is completely stuffed by 100 Thieves. Castle's the next one to try to get in there, tries to go for the left bounce right on the all Meech, but the kiting is just immaculate from 100 Thieves. Castle finds one on a River, but the rest of the backline from 100 Thieves is just safe and sound. Meanwhile, Mask, Tactical, and Ole got completely pushed off by Sniper, and the rest of 100 Thieves are ready for the re-engage and looking for the charge, as the rest of 100 Immortals, they back off.
Yeah, and that was just an overforce, I think, from Armail. Armail goes in, they just turn it around on him, he gets burst down. The Breath of Life is there for Ayla. They have all these tools to be able to turn around the fights. Quid never even used the Shockwave. He's had that available the entire time, so Immortals couldn't even commit in after that, and now gets the kill even with the flash. What was that burn damage? Was that the tank? He's running at these two carries. They're completely zoned out. If Tactical and Mask can't hit, and they're just Immortals trying to rotate over, and it will be secured there by Armail, which is nice.
I mean, he's charging in. Castle was looking as well for the engage. Armail forces it right on top of Meech, but he's pelted away as Meech is just able to kite safely thanks to the cozy campfire, as Castle is still fighting with River, but Castle's taking way more damage than River is, and he just goes down.
Yeah, and
I just know the community is also in your favor, so watch the Poppy W.
Armail immediately goes for the ultimate in the flash. The Shockwave pulls him back in, but Ole saves him, keeps him alive with his ultimate. They turn right back on the Sniper. Castle is the sole diver into the middle of all 5 members of 100 Thieves. As now this passive is not going to get great use out of it. They cannot survive and keep Castle alive. This Dragon's going to go over to 100 Thieves.
Yeah, nicely done by 100 Thieves.
How many shock blasts can you land before the objective setup?
But even that is really difficult. You know, if they're grouped up, you have to,
you know, look over and be like, oh, that's just what tanks do. But Sniper has done a great job of growing up in this league so far.
Double TP.
As now River goes in with his Keeper's Verdict, 3-man knockup. He's instantly out. Breath of Life keeps him alive as Armail is now pinned in the middle of multiple 100 Thieves members. Ole keeps him alive once again, but Sniper is now on the charge, looking for the re-engage. As 100 Thieves are postured, looking for Mask. Shockwave, multiple bounce house, and Mask is just obliterated by the members of 100 Thieves. Ole is out as he gets out over the wall, flashing as well. Castle might be next. Nice knockup from Sniper. The Let's Bounce keeps him alive as he sustains through the wall.
Look at that damage.
The damage is just not enough, though, Azael. Armail, it's so difficult for him to get in. He also has flash, but it just seems so risky for Immortals to risk any of their lives to look for this objective. 100 Thieves
is hurting it, but you can see I can see why so many people are picking it, even though it's 06.
I mean, the other thing, too, is that Castle is the only diver that is in the backline of 100 Thieves in most of these fights that we've seen. If you have Mask in there that is able to flank with you at the same time, then maybe you get something done. But 1v4, you're not going to get much done.
I'd also say if you swap the carries and there's Orianna and Aphelios on his team, then he would be going into the backline and he'd be doing the same thing Cassante would doing, right? Because the lethality carries wouldn't be able to get through him. So I do think that is part of the big difference here, is that there's great answers for the engage. And there's also, just not good answers to actually kill off the tanks on their team. So, he dives in the backline, Sniper dives in the backline. Sniper can't die to these lethality carries.
Yeah, cheeky Sniper Q3 that forced the Ole ultimate as Armeo goes in once again. Breath of Life gives everyone the CC cleanse as the Shockwave does not really connect, but Sniper is the front line that just allows 100 Thieves to do whatever they please in the base of Immortals, as they've already lost 2 members here. Zach goes down, Ole's next. Sniper just looking for another knockup as well. Oh, maybe Tactical's able to look for a trade onto Ayla at least, but the damage just seems overwhelmingly in Meech's favors. He flashes in, looks for the triple. It's now Mask 1v3. The Nexus Tower stands, but it later falls as 100 Thieves fell, 100 Immortals. Oh my goodness, what a banger game.
Unscaled.
Scale is just...
Is that just another Scion mid?
Jungle! It's not the Garen, but it's the Scion.
Another Scion mid coming in from Insanity.
He did not hesitate and made huge on the payoff.
Absolutely, and his champion pool, both last split and this split, has actually really been a big talking point. Last split, he was playing mid lane Graves and all this kind of stuff. This split,
We had an all-in on the bottom side of the map. I don't know what happened. It was a crash from the side of NRG, but the dive was completely outplayed by Zeyzal and B-Boy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that one more time this live. They're just looking for the straight up dive onto B-Boy, but this is a really risky dive, trying to dive through the Nautilus. Nautilus got level 2 there, so I think they maybe weren't expecting him to get level 2 that early, but he gets level 2, blocks that completely up. B-Boy survives as well. That's a disaster for NRG. Staying around with this squad, even when TSM sold.
Meanwhile, it looks like Carntex was trying to start up Grubs, but Boogie's able to yoink one over with the smite. As a constant 2v2 is still out on the prowl. Dredge line connects on to Huhi. Ignite connects as well. A lot of damage, one more auto attack, and the piercing arrow from B-Boy gets the kill down in this bot lane.
Nicely done. I mean, NRG kind of playing with fire. They got a decent initial trade, but that wave is so winning. He doesn't need to be the hero in this game.
Yep, Insanity just needs to be an immovable object for FBI and Huhi to get too close.
I mean, there's no way you can go back in because Zeyzal and B-Boy still have their ult. So they're going to start for the ult and look for the follow-up.
Yeah, Flash ulti and Boogie is here as well to connect. FBI's got nowhere to run, and the Unraveled Earth.
Because then it's guaranteed. He threw it out at that same time. Contracts now may be in trouble, though.
Yeah, he's got the Paranoia and the Flash. Palafox turns out the lights as well with Contracts as they try to turn it on to Insanity, but he's so tanky. It's going to be so hard to actually take him down. Dokla comes as well before Insanity forces the Flash away, but Contracts gets burned down by Fake God, and now he's in the 1v2. He needs help from Boogie, who's come back from the base. Dokla finds the angle, and Insanity is able to pop over the wall, but Unraveled Earth and Seismic Shove catches Palafox. One more auto attack should do the trick. It's the Flash, and another rock that
20 plus CS in his advantage. They got the first dragon. They're getting triple grubs. There will be some place traded back on bot side.
You split time with Alorum back in the day, too.
And so, he kind of came up, did not actually last in the LCS very long as Sarah looked for a dive.
He's super tanky, but they're investing almost every single ultimate they have at their disposal to take nada.
Yeah, I mean, Fitgod's even pushing up top, but to finish that, Contracts misclick there. If you've been in competitive for a while, you still really can improve if given the chance.
Let's see if Shopify Rebellion can secure this dragon. Paranoia from Contracts turns out the lights. Arrow from onto Boogie as they just nail him in the bud. As they're able to deliver enough burst damage there. Palafox already with the engage, but they are forced to retreat as Fake God is doing an incredible amount of work alongside the rest of his backline to just keep NRG at a distance. Dokla is forced to be the sacrificial lamb for NRG as Palafox is forced to flash away. Despite taking out Boogie, Shopify Rebellion still win the fight.
Yeah, they get that initial kill. Dragon for Shopify, it's a 4K lead here. And this one, I think, is already getting close to being out of reach for NRG, so it would be another top team following to Shopify. Looking to march down mid lane. Cyan gonna load on up. Nocturnal gets popped, but they should be able to just back this one off. I don't think it's gonna accomplish anything.
Yeah, I mean, Dokla teleports in, but they're
fine. So you basically know they can't engage until he has ulti again. And Nocturne ult is really long. Just his ulti. And I guess Dokla popped Ghost as he was looking for some sort of an angle, but you get the flash for that. That could be trouble for Zeyzal as well.
Yeah, maybe on Zeyzal is just a support. He's not as tanky as the rest of his brothers, and Dokla goes all out and takes him. It's a 5-on-4 now for Energy, but they whittle down Dokla and take him out. B-Boy, no flash. Contract commits his own to take him out. Palfox looking over the wall, but Boogie's able to distance himself away with his own flash. Meanwhile, Fake God is burning down FBI. The hop, skip, and jump, it doesn't matter, because he still burst down to a crisp. And now it's Palfox on the run, completely pinned by 3. Boogie, Unraveled Earth and Seismic Shove finds him as he gets stunned up in Insanity. One more decimating smash to do the trick as he looks to cut his head off, and he goes down.
Yeah, he's going to be able to not cutting through him. Contract flashes in, does get that initial kill. They try to finish off Boogie.
Dragon not spawning anytime soon, but they have full possession of this map. They're going to take their moment to at least just force Shopify to come to them. This could get dicey for Energy.
Look at Palfox. He's trying to find some sort of an angle, but the carries really aren't over there. We'll see if they can find it. He's very far.
Yeah, Fate's call from FBI saves Huki for now. Zeyzal is the one caught up. Paranoia from Contract as he sails on in. 4-on-5 right now. Favored for Energy.
Palfox.
But Insanity and Fake God are doing great work on the front line. Palfox finds the angle! Pop Blossom over the wall! But will be enough. B-Boy is still alive. Boogie is able to flash away. Dokla goes all out. Finds the jungler. The rest of Energy now have to kite them out. B-Boy's still alive and can deal damage, but he has to play through Fake God, and he needs to make sure that Fake God gets out alive so that they do not forfeit Dragon. It's so bittersweet because that look from Palfox looks so good, but B-Boy being able to position away from that threat, keeping himself alive.
Worker and Shield for Sion is now almost 800.
Uh-oh, Palfox, what you doing? Boogie finds him and then looks for the collapse. Already using the stasis from that Zhonya's, and now Palfox is in a world of trouble. Contract tries to turn off the lights to buy some time as they look for the collapse on Insanity and Zeyzal, but these are 2 meat walls again. And Dokla tries to go all out on Insanity, but now he's just trying to kite away. Interrupts the ultimate from Insanity because he knew that Insanity was looking at the rest of Energy.
Well, the rest of the team does slowly chop down this Baron. They have everything they really need from this point. They're going to be able to use games between first and last, really, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll have one more game tomorrow, so maybe the standings could spread out. There's no easy team. Like, when we're talking about strength of schedule, there's no free wins.
Yep. And with that, this might be the last Paranoia we see in the game. Contracts one last Hail Mary into the back line. Gets absolutely nothing as Boogie just pops the stasis as well. Fake God just doing a number on the back line as he's just burning everyone down on this Udyr. Shopify Rebellion have to deal with Palfox, but they blow him up before he even gets to pop his Pop Blossom. FBI, last member standing, instantly gets deleted. And Shopify Rebellion, a dominant win, takes out Energy.
What a stomp by Shopify. 12,000 gold, 30 minutes, Soul, Baron, everything going their way. Obliterated Energy. Zeyzal flashing in, having a little bit of fun with it at the inhib. They're even taking down the mid lane inhib there. Padding the stats a bit, having some fun with it, getting their second win.